All aboard, it's Jang here with a look at a Playmobil City Action set. This is the Money Transport Vehicle. From what I've seen, this is based on only Playmobil's second ever van design. This particular main body has been in production since at least 1994, if not before. And they've used it for a bunch of different things. I believe this is the first time that they've used it for this particular purpose, and they've done a good job of repurposing it, I would say. Of putting different panels on the windows. There are also kind of hidden window sections behind here that could have been open, but they closed it up with this nice piece that's pretty well integrated in there. No stickers, if I recall correctly, involved here. So this is all print. There's some print up on the top. You've got little inserts in the wheels to give it that little 5-spoke look. Got a nice wrecker bar on the front to make it a little bit extra tough, and you can tow it from the front. You've also got a tow hitch on the rear. A few details up on the top, and also this is a hatch that can be opened up, I think, for either air or as an emergency escape hatch. Beyond that, of course, you've got the main door on the side that can be opened up. On the back, you've got your rear doors, both of which can be opened up. And for the sake of play and actually getting things in there and interacting with your hands and such, and also getting the figures into the front, you can take the entire roof section off as basically one whole thing. They'll just stay together. Up front, the driving compartment will seat 2, obviously, one on the left, one on the right. You've got a little phone, an old school phone handset there for making communications either with somebody who's in the back as an extra guard or with the bank where you're pulling up to. You've also got a fire extinguisher there for safety. And beyond that, it's pretty much open. They've got seats on the side over there where you can just sit, actual people, actual figures. They got handholds on the sides so they will stay in place. Small seat over here. I think this was a reused piece for some other thing that they were doing with it that they've used these same plastic molds for before, because I believe this is supposed to be a sink. Obviously, in the case of a money transport vehicle, kind of an armored car application, you wouldn't be using a sink there, but you can just use that as a storage rack, and then all this is just open space for stacking up your cargo. Speaking of cargo, they give you plenty. Look at how much money is actually included in this set. And these are pieces that are printed on both sides, lots of different denominations, and so many pieces. So many. I've never seen so much Playmobil money at one time. I feel rich. All that will fit into just one of these cases. And they give you 3 of these closable cases, which close up pretty nicely well. They've got handholds on the sides. Here you've got a bunch of gold bars. 4 sets of those with 2 bars each are included in there. More gold here. It's pretty shiny stuff too, and not too smooth. You can see there, it's kind of rough on the surface, not just with the print and the little indentations there, but it's just a rough finish, which to me feels a lot more believable than if they had made it super smooth and all chrome-like. These pieces are also unusually heavy. They're heavier than I expected them to be. They don't feel like they're made of metal, but they don't feel like very cheap plastic. And then you've also got some money bags here, assuming that you would have coins carried in these, and each of these can be carried in the hands of a figure also, or you can just take the entire crate. And they also include a little hand truck for carting the stuff around, and this can also fold up for convenient storage. Even though there's so much cargo, you can still fit way more into this van because it's got a ton of space. Don't worry, I didn't forget about the people. 1 armed guard on the left, and I'm assuming a driver on the right, or however you want to set that up. And even though they're clearly on the same team, they've got the same basic color schemes, they have set them up differently. So a lot of the pieces have different prints for their different clothing. This guy over here on the left also gets a pistol there. He's also got a holster for it on the side. He's got his bulletproof vest on the outside, whereas the other guy's just got the jacket, which presumably wouldn't be bulletproof. Maybe he's actually just going to stay in the vehicle the whole time while the other guy actually goes to retrieve the money or take it wherever it's going. And yeah, both of these look pretty good and they go well with the van, I'd say. The only real negative thing I can say about this van is that it's much smaller than I expected it to be after seeing the box. See, the box is quite rather large, so it just gives the impression of a larger product being on the inside of it. But once I got past the initial shock of it, it still turned out to be pretty cool. So that's the Playmobil Money Transport Vehicle set. I think that the plastic molds that they used for this van design are getting a little bit long in the tooth, but this still managed to be a pretty good use of those older pieces. And I think that it has good play value, and I really appreciate the cargo and how much of it there is. Let me know what your thoughts are about this set if you would be so kind as to leave a comment on the video. It would be very much appreciated. I appreciate your feedback, and also other viewers appreciate it as well, just seeing what different people think. Thanks for watching. I'll be talking to you again soon.